everyone, it's Joy here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a really wonderful day. So I made 2 cards today using Spellbinders Happy Dance collection. So this first one here is the I Dance collection. You've got a cute coffee cup, a glue tube, a flower and leaves, and then you've got like a little girl or a woman's dress body kind of thing. Then in the Let's Dance, you have a prize ribbon, beer, and like a guy's tuxedo for that. Then there's also one more that we're going to be adding on, which is the We Dance Glimmer Sentiments that we're going to be using here in just a little bit. I decided to add a little bit of stenciling to both of these backgrounds. So I am using Simon Says Stamp Spring Ink along with their Geo Leaves stencil. And I'm just lightly stenciling this top part of this card panel. This is about a ½ inch smaller, so this is probably, no, this is about 4 by 5¼ inches. Then the next one I'm going to stencil at the bottom. This one's quite a bit smaller. This is probably 1 inch smaller on all sides. This one you're not going to see a lot of the stenciling because I kind of changed my design as I went along, but it still works and it turned out great. Okay, so here are the images from the I Dance die set. Here's that cute skirt. I did it using the Stamp Market's Lagoon cardstock. It's one of their new colors. I did that for her shoes along with gold mirror cardstock for the shoes and kind of that little lining underneath the skirt. I used Cardstock Warehouse's Coral for the legs and the arms. It's just a really light pink. And then that's it. Super, super simple. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay these legs down on your cardstock wherever you want it to be and place a tiny piece of foam tape in the center. Then remove that and add the circle that is in the center of that die cut on top of it. That way you can adhere this skirt to that easily. So I'm going to add a little dot of liquid glue and then just adhere that skirt down, and then those little legs can swing back and forth, which is really, really cute. But I'm going to let that dry for just a minute. So now I've got these die cut flowers, and that's from the I Dance, so the same little die collection here. And the colors for these flowers are from the Stamp Market. It's Coral, Reef, Mango, and Peach. And then I have the Coral from Cardstock Warehouse in the center and Fairway Green for the very center piece. So I've got the largest flower that I'm going to put on the body, and then I decided to do the 2 smaller flowers, and then I'm going to just do some single flowers for the background. I still die cut them all from the same colors, and then I'm just using some liquid glue and I think this is called the Crystal Katana tool to adhere all of those little pieces together. So that's how that body or the flower is going to go. So now you have the little hands. There's also arms, but I don't need those. I just need the little hands, and they have little slits in that the die cuts. Does that make sense? Little slits in the hands. So I just wrapped that around the flowers, and once I get them in the right place, I'm going to add just a little bit of glue under each one and then just press that down with my tweezers, and that's just going to hold that in place. And then it looks like this girl is holding this big, beautiful flower. I will do double layers of foam tape on this flower, and I will put that at the top of her body. So here's that second layer of foam tape. I tried it with 1 layer. It just didn't look right to me. So isn't that super, super cute? And I love these colors. I just think this is so, I don't know, there's something kind of tropical about these colors, and I'm just in love with them. So I'm going to arrange some of these flowers. I actually changed that bottom one there, but I'm going to arrange these around the background. I did die cut the leaves from Fairway and Lockwood Green. And again, I will have all of this linked and listed below, so that way you guys have easy access to it. So I'm going to add some of these flowers with foam tape. Some of them just are adhered directly to the background. Then I'm just putting in these beautiful leaves. That dark color is the Lockwood Green and the lighter is the Fairway. And I'm just going to tuck these leaves under, and I just love how this background turned out with that little bit of stenciling at the top. I just think added a little bit of interest to the background, so it's not just a white like a white card base. Not that there's a problem with that, but I needed a little something extra. So I changed out that larger flower at the bottom to a smaller flower, which to me kind of made more sense. And then you've got this really fantastic background. So this is going to be a Mother's Day card, and I'm going to be making a Father's Day card, because in those, the We Dance Glimmer sentiments, there's tons of sentiments, but there's one for moms and dads, so I thought I would make my parents some cards here. So that is what these cards are for. Sometimes it takes me a minute to get all of my leaves and flowers figured out, but I finally got it. Okay, so there's that background. And I'm going to put that aside. Let's work on the next background. So I'm just going to take that little bit of ink that's left on my brush and ink up the white mug. Again, this is from the this is from the Let's Dance die set. This is in the Happy Dance collection. And I have die cut from a yellow cardstock. I can't even pronounce it, you guys, but it's from Cardstock Warehouse. I do have it listed below, but it's really beautiful. And you can see they have these little bubbles in it. So I'm adhering that to that inked up beer mug. And then I've die cut the foam from white. So I'm going to add down that first layer. Then there is a second layer. I am going to pop that up with a little bit of foam tape for some dimension. And I thought, oh, I'm just going to adhere this to the white background. It doesn't work. So I brought in the brown box cardstock. And so that's why I said you're not going to see a ton of the stenciling, but you can see a little bit of it around the edges. Okay, so here is the We Dance Glimmer sentiments. You get a ton of sentiments, some coordinating dies for some of them. And so we're going to be doing some glimmer hot foil. So I have my machine turned on. I am pulling out some of these little frames. One of the frames for the beer mug is from the Let's Dance, and then the other frame I'm going to be using for the Best Mom is the I Dance stamp set, or excuse me, die set. So I'm going to tape down my glimmer plates, making my hinges, and if you guys watch me, you know that I make hinges, so that way if you don't get a good foil, you can just add some more foil to it. This is Spellbinders specialty, or I think this is Glimmer Specialty Cardstock, I think is what it's called. So I'm going to put this onto my Glimmer Hot Foil system, press the button, because the other button was green saying it's ready. I'm pressing this button. When it's done blinking, then I can add my plates and my shims to the top and run it through my die cut machine. I have the Platinum 6 die cut machine, and I'm going to run it through nice and slow, forward and back, because you want to give that time for the foil to adhere, and then I'm just going to dock that back in, even though I'm not going to use it again. But here are these great little foiled sentiments. I used Aura foil because that's my go-to foil. I know I need to get out of the box, but I don't. And then so here's that one die. That is from the I Dance. The little beer die is from the Let's Dance. And I'm bringing in this other die. I think this is, oh gosh, now I can't remember what it's called. Something Labels. I have it linked below. This was from just a previous project. And I'm going to die cut that out, and I will adhere that to the mug, which is super cute. And this is a super simple card. I mean, for a guy, you don't have to go super fancy. You know what I mean? Like, it's all kind of about that beer anyways, which I think this die is so cute. I could have added the guy's feet to it, but I had my dad in mind, and I think he would like it if I just had the beer. So I'm going to add the sentiments. Both of them will have some foam tape because I love foam tape behind my sentiments. I'm going to add this little one that says Best Mom, just kind of in that cluster of flowers, which I think is really pretty. And then the other one that says I'll drink to that for the Best Dad will just be underneath the beer mug. I'm going to add some foam tape behind the stenciled and brown box panel and just center that in my white A2 size card base. Add some foam tape behind that mug and then foam tape behind the sentiment. I decided to move the mug down just a little bit. It was a little too high, but I think this is a great guy card. Like, I know my dad's going to absolutely love it. Okay, I will adhere this to a white A2 size card base, and then I'm going to bring in some Gold Fever confetti to add a few around the flowers. I was really debating because I think it is really pretty without it. But once I added a few of those pieces in there, I really thought, oh, you know, this is actually great. It kind of brings in a little more of that foiled look because this is iridescent along with that Aura foil. Now, I want to say, if you guys like what you've seen, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you don't miss a video. Definitely comment because I like chatting with you guys. Like and share with your crafty friends. I appreciate that so very much. And these cards are finished. I love how they turned out. Super, super cute. Happy Dance collection from Spellbinders. Thank you guys again so very much for watching and supporting and being my crafty friends. And I will be back with another video, and you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.